This training is designed to test the firefighter on the skills required for tying knots in a life safety or equipment line. The proper operation of this equipment and its efficient retrieval is imperative to the safety of the public and all fire department personnel. This will evaluate the firefighter's ability to correctly tie knots in a life safety or equipment line within the required time. This is a timed test. The firefighter will have 60 seconds to tie each knot. The time will start when the firefighter indicates that he or she is ready to go, and the time will stop when the firefighter presents a completed knot. Performance Guide. The probationary firefighter shall tie each of the following knots within 60 seconds. First, a figure 8 stopper knot. 2. Figure 8 on a bight with safety. 3. Double loop figure 8 with safety. 4. Figure 8 bend with safety. 5. Figure 8 follow through with safety. 6. Bowline with safety freehand. 7. Bowline with safety around an object. 11. Water knot. Webbing. Critical areas requiring remediation. 1. Failure to tie the correct knot within 60 seconds. 2. Failure to tie safeties where required. 3. Failure to follow directions. 4. Performing any act that will result in death or injury of self or others. 5. Failure to achieve a passing score of 80% will result in a failure of this test.
You have two options. You can go one full rotation around the stem and back through the hole where my top hand is, figure 8, or holding it out, you can twist 1, 2, and go through that hole that you just created, figure 8 stopper. Figure 8 on a bight with a safety. You're going to get lots of rope. There's your bight. Again, you're going to do your figure 8, whichever way you use. So I do around the whole area. Pull through the top. There's your figure 8 on a bight. Now you have to do a safety. Go around and then back through. Pull tight. Figure 8 on a bight with a safety. Double loop figure 8 with a safety. Again, you're going to get a lot of slack. You can take a bight. You're going to do your figure 8. But when you pass it through, you're only going to pass through part of it instead of all the way through, because this loop is going to slide over the top like so, and you pull. You should have 2 on top and 3 on the bottom, plus the 2 loops. Now you have to do a safety. So around the whole base and back through. Make sure it's tight and clean. There's your knot. Figure 8 bend with a safety. This is to combine 2 similar diameter ropes. First, you're going to do your figure 8. Make sure you leave it kind of loose because you're going to have to follow it back through. I'm going to use the other end of the rope for demonstration purposes, but you're going to just follow the exact ways of the knot you just made. So you have it's easier if you make it clean, keeping track of where the rope has been and where you need to go. Make sure it's tight, then do 2 safeties, 1 on each side. Here's 1, now for the bottom. 2. Figure 8 follow through with the safety. you're going to go around an object, so you're going to need lots of slack. You're going to make your figure 8 stopper knot. You're going to go around an object, and that knot that you created, you're going to just follow the pattern of where the rope goes. Pull tight. Now you have to make a safety. Go around and back through. Pulling with the safety freehand. Get some good slack, make a loop. Now you're going to take the working end of the rope, going to go underneath that loop that you just made. If you pause right there, you have a loop and there's the one strand. You're going to go around this strand just once and back through the original hole. Pull tight. Now create a safety. Bowling with the safety around an object. First, you go around the object. You're going to create a loop, like so. You're going to take this in, go underneath, and this bottom line, you're going to go around it once, back through that original hole. Pull tight, then you're going to make a safety. Clove-hitch freehand. Get a good amount of slack. You're going to grab across your body, straight line, pull through. Now you have 2 loops, and then put your left hand in front of your right hand. Clove-hitch. Clove-hitch around an object with a safety. First, you're going to go around the object. Grab this line, you're going to cross it. Hold your finger there. It makes it easier to know where you're going to have to slip the line in. Take this in, and where that cross is, you're going to go underneath it. Pull tight. At this point, you should have 2 lines and then a crossover, 1 line, and make it a safety. Handcuff rescue knot. Starts similar to the clove-hitch. You have a line straight across, arms crossed, go right through, and then one in front of the other. At this point, you're going to see that the inside lines, you're going to pull in opposite ways. So like this one is on my side, this one's on this side. So instead, I'm going to pull away from me, and this one towards me. Handcuff. Water knot. This is for combining 2 pieces of webbing. Going to make a loop and then pull it through to make a knot. Try to keep it loose because you're going to follow through with the other webbing. Just follow that same knot that you have just made. It does not need a safety because it's webbing.
This is a pass or fail test. Failure to successfully tie a knot within 60 seconds will result in a failed attempt at that knot. Failure to achieve a score of 80% overall will result in a failed test attempt.